Good evening, viewers. I am ALANA NADIR with tonight's edition of the Regional News. We begin in the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. More and more COVID-19 positive people are requiring hospital and intensive care unit ICU treatment, and nearly all are unvaccinated. As of Sunday, only 3 ICU beds were available in Trinidad, but there were 7 new patients in need of ICU care. This was according to Dr. Miriam Abdul-Richards, Principal Medical Officer for Institutions. Speaking during the Ministry of Health's virtual news conference on Sunday, Abdul-Richards said people are coming into the Accident and Emergency A&E department severely ill. As of this morning, there are 19 patients across the traditional A&E centers who require immediate transfer to the hospitals in the parallel healthcare system. 7 of those 19 patients require intensive care unit level support and care, she said. Abdul-Richards said none of the 19 patients are fully vaccinated. She noted that the ICU units were running out of space. Now for news in Brazil. 9 Brazilian firefighters are dead following a training accident at the Duas Boca Cave, some 300 kilometers, 200 miles north of Sao Paulo on Sunday. How the accident happened is unclear, as the municipality says it was left in the dark. Some 27 civilian firefighters were involved in the training and 9 lost their lives in the accident when the cave they were training in collapsed. Rescue efforts began early Sunday but were hampered by the rain, which made access difficult. The hospital admitted 5 survivors and at least 3 had been released. 5 bodies were removed from the cave and taken away by helicopter, but due to low visibility at night, the 4 remaining bodies had to be removed by foot. The cave where the tragic fatal training accident occurred is located at Rancho 65 Farm in a rural area of the city, a hub ecotourism with caves and waterfalls. Still in Brazil, Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro's security detail allegedly used violence against Brazilian reporters covering his trip to Rome for the Group of 20 Major Economies meeting, local media reported on Sunday. The alleged attacks against Brazilian reporters, who Bolsonaro had long accused of treating him unfairly and publishing fake news, capped a grim weekend for the far-right president. Videos from G20 events showed him as an isolated figure who was not a part of the photo taken with world leaders. Out on the streets of Rome, he was loudly criticized for his handling of the country's brutal pandemic, with criticisms calling him genocidal. More than 600,000 people have died from COVID-19 in Brazil, the second highest tally in the world after the United States. Bolsonaro had questioned the severity of the virus, shunned lockdowns, sowed vaccine doubts, and pushed unproven cures. A Senate panel has recommended he be indicted for 9 crimes related to his handling of the pandemic, including crimes against humanity. Finally, leaders of the world's 20 biggest economies Sunday endorsed a global minimum tax aimed at stopping big businesses from hiding profits in tax havens, and also agreed to get more COVID vaccines to poorer nations. Attending their first in-person summit in 2 years, G20 leaders broadly backed calls to extend debt relief for impoverished countries and pledged to vaccine 70% of the world's population against COVID-19 by mid-2022. However, with a crucial United Nations climate conference due to start in just 2 days, the G20 appeared to be struggling to throw its weight behind the sort of new measures that scientists say are needed to avoid a calamitous global warming. Italy hosted the gathering in Rome, put health and economy at the top of the agenda for the first day of the meeting, with more difficult climate discussions set for Monday. And that concludes your regional news for tonight. I am ALANA NADIR. Thank you for watching.